All right, day 14. We are drinking more wine because that's what we do in December. It was brought up today that perhaps we should push this off until January.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe
We,
it should be a after Christmas advent, to kick off the new year so that we're not so busy.
we'll just have to make our New Year's resolutions to not drink as much after January.
After the
So why do you want to wait till January?
We're just
because
saying
we're
always so busy.
JJ just brought up a point the other day. I was telling Justice, I was like, JJ made a point, and he goes, I think, December's tough. You're always overcommitted. All of you are. You're always overcommitted. And to come home and to like cram one of these wine tastings in, he was like, I mean, is it really fun? And I'm like, well, yeah, it's still fun. But he was like, well, I just feel like maybe you might be more relaxed if it wasn't the pressure of Christmas wrapped into every night, Well, that's just a good point. It's just, again, just an idea.
It might help my bah humbug spirit.
Why do you have a bah humbug spirit?
Tell us, Jess, why are you bah humbug?
So I had this moment last night where I kind of had it out with my husband, and I wasn't mad at him. He was just the object of my ire at the time. But it was that I'm like, you know what? I know this is going to be a very unpopular opinion, but I think I have realized that I just don't like Christmas. I mean, it was like the goat screaming, like, kind of thing. And
ooh, that was dramatic.
I know, and I started thinking about it. I'm like, okay, look, it's kind of like Valentine's Day. Everybody just goes and does all of this like contrived stuff. You're coming up with gifts for people. And it was just driving me nuts because like his parents and my parents and everybody is like, what do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? And I'm like, you know what? It's supposed to be a gift, right? It's supposed to be something that you think of that I want. If I wanted it, I'd go buy it. So I'm like, I'm done trying to give everybody ideas of what to buy me. It should be their idea. Anyway, I was just on a rant last night, and of course, Chris is trying to fix it. He was like, well, maybe we'll do this, and maybe we'll do that, and I was trying to ignore him. And so anyway, I was just like, boo, boo, Grinch, your heart is 10 times too small, Grinch.
You mean you were saying that about yourself?
I was in my head. I was like, oh, I just don't like Christmas. I don't want to do it anymore. I know it's irrational, but at the moment, I felt very, very strongly about the fact that this was fake and contrived. And I like Christmas lights, though. I kind of like, that kind of thing. But I don't know. I just felt like we do this.
Maybe you should get some Christmas earrings like mine, and you should wear them, and it might help you.
You feel better? Christmas earrings?
I feel like this person that I'm wearing them, who made them, she lives out of Benton, and I think she would appreciate a shout out.
Eclectic. Those the same ones that you showed me earlier?
Eclectic jewels. Mm-hmm.
Those are nice.
Those are cute.
I would have never bought Christmas earrings. That seems really weird. It seems some kind of old lady-ish. But then when I saw these, I was like, those are classy. I kind of like them.
Those are cute.
I don't know. I figured, you dress them up, dress them down, whatever. So maybe you need some of these so you can get in the Christmas spirit. Like we can get you some. She makes some with like, mistletoe on them.
I was thinking, thinking about jewelry, right?
You could just take your earring off and hold it over your head.
Well, I mean, that makes a good point. Jewelry, something I would never buy myself because I'm just not that kind of person. I like it. I think it's pretty, so if somebody were to get me something, I probably would wear it, but I never like go out and get it myself because that's not something that I've ever like, I don't know, valued as much. I mean, I appreciate it, but it's not part of something that I will go out and seek. So, that's why I thought. I was like, get something that makes you think of me, not something that just, I just told you, okay.
Yeah, Christmas is kind of weird. I like, and I think Holly's kind of like this too, but like I thrive off of like that feeling of getting the perfect gift for somebody, whether it's their birthday, Christmas. I don't really care, but I absolutely love that feeling when you know you have the perfect gift. And I would say of all the Christmases JJ and I've been together, which has been 19, I would say I have successfully gotten everybody something that I felt was the perfect gift, like 17 of the 19 years. There was one year, oh yeah, no, I mean, I'm a great gift giver. And it doesn't have to be like super expensive, just like super thoughtful and something that I knew that they would like or want or whatever. I find the problem now is though, as we are getting older, you kind of just go get what you want. And if you can't go get what you want, you literally do say 1,000 times what you want. And then they're still asking you what you want when you've already told them like 50 times. It's like our forgetful minds. We're all so busy that as you get older, I don't know what it is. I don't know, but it does get kind of frustrating. I mean, I can kind of see where you're coming from. It seems a little overwhelming, but I don't know.
It's like the kids, we've put a limit on our parents on how many gifts they can get the kids because my kids need nothing, it's like,
that's a good idea.
We don't need more junk. We don't need more toys, so I've told them 2 gifts. And if you give them more than 2 gifts, they're not going to open them right now. It's like, I will save them. I will tuck them away, but they're allowed to open 2 gifts for Christmas because I don't want it to be this just melee free for all. And they just get a bunch of stuff that
they forget about stuff.
Exactly. They don't.
What do you do, Holly? What does your family do? Do y'all give gifts for everybody?
Yes.
Like everybody gets some. Oh, we don't. Yeah, my family stopped doing that a while back.
The
like
last
probably
couple
about
years,
10 years
the last couple years, my sister and I haven't exchanged presents, but other than that, yeah, we get stuff for everybody.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot.
We kind of adopted the whole experiences. When did we go to Big Cedar? Was it? No, it was 2 years ago. And then last year we did Hot Springs. Like we went to Maxwell Blade. We did zip lining. We went.
Oh, I remember that.
We did.
Having to put together the perfect.
Pancake shop. Like we did it from top to bottom, and it was fabulous. And so we're doing the same thing this year. We're just going somewhere like the second weekend in January. Mm-hmm. We're going somewhere because we couldn't because of December being JJ's job and stuff. So no big deal. But we're doing the same thing. But we're not giving gifts to like his side of the family at all, except, that's just all we're doing. And we'll just get like something under 20 for the little ones. That's it.
Yeah, I think that's perfect. So
hard. Okay. Wine.
Okay. So we're drinking a white Bordeaux. And I know we said before, have we had one of these already this time? Okay.
I think so.
Okay. So
I'm pretty sure this is the second review, so it'll be funny if you try to watch these back to back.
Right? We're like, oh, okay.
Might be quite entertaining actually to kind of see what people say.
But it wasn't this kind, right? It was the same brand?
We've had this brand, whether it was the red or the white. If this is a duplicate or if it was a red.
No, we definitely had the red Bordeaux of this. But we didn't
maybe I lied. But didn't we have a white Bordeaux? Because we talked about what's a white Bordeaux, like what's in a white Bordeaux.
We talked about what was in a red Bordeaux, but I don't know that we talked about white Bordeaux.
Didn't we talk about a white Bordeaux? No. Okay.
Oh, no,
it was like day 2.
Huh.
Oh my gosh, it smells like sugar. Like
it's super sweet.
It smells kind of like a Moscato.
It does.
Yeah.
Not that I've had many Moscatos in my time, but maybe a Riesling, like a Riesling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it tastes like to me.
Oh, I like it.
I think it's
that's a good go to bed wine.
All right, let me see what Wine Folly says about this. Let's see. This is the Bordeaux region. Let's see. So, yeah, I was talking about like the left bank, the right bank, the Bordeaux Blanc. So that's got to be the white. So less than 10% of Bordeaux's production is dedicated to white wines made with Sauvignon Blanc, Semillon, and a rare Muscadel. So that's what it is. There's your Moscato. So you'll find a great deal of white Bordeaux growing in the sandy clay soils of Entre-Deux-Mers. The tasting notes are grapefruit, gooseberry, lime, chamomile.
Gooseberries are back.
And crushed rocks.
I did taste the grapefruit.
I totally tasted the rocks.
I get the lime. I can taste some lime in that.
The rocks?
I only taste rock.
No, I was gonna say, and it would be
Are you
interesting
being
to
funny?
know. Okay, so and I think we can say Stephanie may get a different tasting note because her wine is not as chilled as ours is.
That's true.
Because
Mm.
of a funny story. Stephanie, you
It
want to tell
somehow got consumed, and by not anyone in my house. So don't worry, it wasn't my children, and it wasn't anyone in the house that lives in our household. It's kind of a funny story. Just someone visiting, just
themselves? Yeah.
was there. I mean, if I was, taking care of the kid, I
Not
probably
whatsoever,
would be.
but so when Stephanie went to go try to get her wine for tonight, it was missing in action.
As I leaned over the refrigerator on my crutches, my crutches in my armpits, like hanging over, like reaching up, trying to find them. And I'm like, it is not here. It is not in here, guys. Not in here.
So lucky that Jess had another one.
Thankfully, I had another advent
Yeah.
calendar for our celebrity guest stars who have conveniently not been awake, in
Available.
town.
They just haven't been available.
Yeah.
Or I mean, listen, a couple of them that we wanted to do this may or may not be quarantined because they may or may not been exposed, and I'm okay with that.
Who
Totally
is
okay.
that? Who is that?
Well, it's
Some
kind of a
of
long story,
our other, our Women of Wine Club to be celebrity guest stars, but some of them have been exposed. So,
Oh Lord.
yes.
I'm just tired because Scott decided to keep pouring me wine last night, and I stayed up till midnight, and I finally had to tell him not to fill it up again. And yeah, in the middle of the week.
Wow, that is impressive. So,
Yeah.
Does Helen say anything about White Bordeaux?
Well, hey, hold please. Hey, JJ, can you come bring me my wine book, please? I'm in my machine and I can't. I mean, I'm strapped in. I can't lean over. I can't lean over that far. It's okay. I mean, I'm just trying to multitask.
Well, here's interesting. Okay, so we talked about part of this would be the Semillon. I don't even know how to say it.
Simeon.
Simeon. Okay, that makes sense.
You like how I said that? I mean, that's like the first time I've ever said anything that actually may or may not have been like.
You took French, so I'm going to assume that you.
Oh, I totally studied that word.
Yeah, Semillon.
What does it mean?
It's just a region.
White grape.
Sure. Yeah. All right. So Simeon Helen says, I don't often reach for the Simeon over the others.
Wait, are you looking at Helen's book? I got my book.
Oh, okay. Go to
You
page
can't read
40. Yeah, 40. You go.
Hold on. Well, no, you gotta have my fluctuation in voice because maybe we'll get that, that whole what was it? Frisky. You're frisky. What are you? The Malbec lady? Holly, what are you?
What was it? Something full of life?
Oh.
No, I don't remember.
Well, the Malbec is a little bit dangerous. The genre of a Simeon is politics.
Oh.
It's sometimes fruity, sometimes oily, like politicians.
I mean, I will say when I first took a sip, it tasted political.
Right? I know, just like something that you would have at like like breaking bread with your person.
I mean, and if you remember right off the bat, we were already arguing. No, I taste grapefruit. No, I taste lime. No, I taste rock.
It's very political.
See how that works?
Well, now isn't that funny? Hold on. Oh, a muscadet. Wine for grilling, a muscadet.
Is that like a Earl grape?
Made from the Melon de Bourgogne grape in the Loire Valley.
Is it Loire? Yeah, I think that one's the Loire.
France. These wines are often underrated and forgotten about. The good ones are light, fresh, lemony, and really refreshing, and they won't be more than 12% alcohol.
Boring.
Not really helpful.
It doesn't say on here.
We'll have to drink a whole lot of that to get it good.
What kind of cheese goes with all this?
I forgot to look it up.
Shame.
Hang on.
She's hungover from last night.
No,
Oh, hey, by the way, your quote was Malbec. Look at me. I am Malbec and I am great.
Oh, I am great. Yes.
You're a
I am great.
gate crasher, late to the party, but guaranteed to liven things up.
It is. There it is. I am great.
well, I mean, it's true. Okay. Cheese pairing with white Bordeaux. And yes, I feel like we did do a white one because it says pear cheddar or any sharp semi-hard cheese with a dry white wine like Bordeaux Blanc. And Bordeaux Blanc wines are particularly crisp and refreshing as they are comprised largely of the Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc grapes. So apparently cheddar. You know what I think would go really good with this one is white cheddar.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And that
it
Vermont
says
extra sharp.
Oh yeah, Cabot, Vermont,
Cabot.
the white one. So Helen says that Semillon is a funny beast. It's fruity but oily. Sounds very odd.
Fruity but oily, but we decided that's politics.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Political.
I'm trying to read the rest of it. It says, where this grape hits its stride is when it's left to rot. Oh, we did do one of these. When it's left to rot. I read this.
Mm-hmm.
When the grape is left to rot, because it's like, I guess it's the sugar, the natural sugars.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did a white Bordeaux. I don't know that it was this one because I don't remember tasting one like this.
Right.
So it was, what'd you say, Semillon, Sauvignon Blanc, and Muscadet?
See, and Muscadet sounds like it should be a girl grape.
Like a rocket.
So I will read you Sauvignon Blanc because this is kind of entertaining. It's a rather uptight grape. It basically, if any grape needed a drink, this one does. That's what it said about Sauvignon Blanc.
Oh my gosh.
It's
That's
lean,
funny.
linear, and the grape used to make Sincere. So I know it can do posh. Sincere. Sancerre. But sometimes it tries too hard. Think of New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. More passion fruit than the nipped in at the waist Sincere style Sauvignons. Nipped in at the waist. Is that how we refer to people? She's nipped in at the waist.
Right.
I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
Like tight. Like she's wound up tight. Like that's what I think about it. Like nipped it at the waist, like
Oh.
corset. Like yeah, she's like
really like uptight?
yeah.
Oh, I think
Is that
that's
right or
called
wrong?
A stick up
The
your
answer.
beep.
Here's the answer. We did do a white Bordeaux because remember when I scanned it in Vivino, it was all it tagged to a red.
Yes.
Yes.
So everybody had had given their ratings of the red, but it was actually a white wine.
Oh yeah, we made fun of those people. That's more my style. In fact, Sauvignon Blanc used to fall into the floral or herbaceous category of descriptors, but styles are now more varied than ever. Nevertheless, if I stuck my nose into a glass and didn't get a hint of grass, lime, passion fruit, I would feel cheated.
Passion fruit.
But again, that's Sauvignon Blanc. So she doesn't think, I mean, if you think about Sauvignon Blanc and then you combine it with that Semillon and then the Muscadet, I guess they're onto something here.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, I mean, again, I'm doing Vivino on this wine, and people are putting that it is dark fruit and blackberry, earthy leather and minerals, and cherry, raspberry, and red fruit, which is not a white wine.
No, not at all.
The picture is a white wine, but this description is all red.
I think they may have gotten it wrong.
So too. I mean, oh, and it says Bordeaux. It says a red Bordeaux. Again, it's like no. So funny that it can't find this particular.
Hey, I just realized it's not is it muscadet or muscat? Muscat.
Well, I think
I like muscadet.
Evidently there's a muscadet sounds better, but I think it's muscat.
What if it's muscadet? It's French.
Oh, but what if it's cat? Muscat.
Well, this definitely has muscadet. I mean, it definitely has a D in there.
Well, this one doesn't have a D. Its genre is historical, and it says the world's oldest grape variety. It can make dry whites or sweet whites as well as sparkling. So what is that? Muscat.
Love
And that's the muscat. I mean, that's like Moscato.
Scott going to bed.
Yeah, I guess you're right. I guess it could be a white or a red. I mean, a sweet or a white. I mean, like if you're doing a muscat, what'd you say?
A Moscato or a
Muscat. But Moscato, some of those grapes are sparkling wine grapes, like white wine grapes.
Yes.
They use the whatever, not muscadine. I keep saying muscadine because that's like an Arkansas thing.
Right. I think they're related though.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
How could they not be?
I think all of those sweet.
So did they just bring him here to Arkansas and we were like, that ain't no muscat or muscadet. It is a muscadine.
I mean, maybe it was like a blend of something, but I feel like when I was in New York in the Finger Lakes that we used to drink, and they didn't call it Moscato. I think they called it a muscat. I think
yeah,
it was
they did. They do. Yeah, no, that's right. Yeah, muscat. Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah. Because we went there one time and we totally. Yeah.
Well, maybe we were the trendsetters. Maybe Arkansas had the muscadine first, and everybody else.
You're funny. That is good.
I
I like the way you think. I don't know that the Whitaker family really was the trendsetter for the entire world, but I will claim it.
Now, if you know Dennis Whitaker, he would say that he is a trendsetter.
He very well might be. I wear a t-shirt.
Especially when you see him in his lederhosen. He wears it proudly.
I still wear my mom and dad's long sleeve t-shirt that they got there before they were married. I was wearing it on one of our videos before, actually. It's navy blue. I still have it and I wear it quite often. Actually, it's very worn. And it's got the Whitaker label on it. It's really odd, though, it's really odd. It's if you think about that, though, Arkansas wine country, like, it's really not good wine. It's really not.
I've never had any of it.
So actually, Whitaker has put out another. I don't know if y'all have had the Dionysus, the Greek goddess Dionysus. Yeah. So that his wife has started a new kind of like offshoot of Whitaker wines, and it's decent.
So should we just go there and we should do a tasting on Whitaker wine? I mean, I say it's not good. I grew up. That sounded bad. When I was of age.
Well, we should also go to Post. Post wine is pretty decent.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We used to get them for when I worked for the Hospitality Association.
I kind of feel like we should kind of support and we should maybe do like a funny.
Totally should. Yeah.
Fun. It would be interesting.
Yeah. I mean,
maybe some of our subscribers to our YouTube channel would actually order it and have it shipped to their home in another state.
And there was another winery in that area.
There's 3 or 4 up there.
Yeah, there was one that's this lady started. What was the name of it? It's in
Northwest. You're going up to Northwest, so it's
Altus.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can't remember
not
the name.
Not to be confused with Alma which is where the Paris Hilton did that reality show in Alma, Arkansas.
Was that in Arkansas?
Oh, it
Yes,
was.
girl. She went to the Walmart and she had never been to one before.
She sure
What?
did. And she
You go back
also
and watch that because
hold on. Good story. She also visited JJ's bar when he was the manager there, before med school. He was the bartender / manager or whatever. And she showed up when he was there. It was quite an entertaining story to be told after the fact.
was that
those two-
on film?
It is not on film. It is not. Well, some of the. All I know, didn't she get on the bar and dance on the bar?
Probably.
Yeah, she did.
They
got
acted like
on the bar
complete
and they
morons.
danced
in
on
that.
the
That was
bar.
her and Nicole Richie, right?
Yes.
Oh, JJ says you can watch it on YouTube.
I mean,
JJ's
they-
evidently in it, which I'm just finding out how many years later that he's actually in the YouTube video. So YouTube,
Oh,
you should pay us to.
No,
We're
that's
finding
happening.
more. We're finding more videos for our viewers to.
Oh man, I wonder if I can play a video. Oh, I can screen share. One of these times I'll need to screen share and I'll have the YouTube in
You
the
gotta
back.
find it and get the right clip.
That's got to be my background. I'm going to get a
Mhm.
screenshot.
And it might be in the days when JJ had a man bun too, so that'll be even better.
No.
He had a man bun? You're at the front door. Are you
We gotta
serious?
find this now.
Y'all totally knew this.
Oh my
No.
gosh, no. That is
You need those
no.
pictures.
Did not know.
Has to
So,
happen. Has to happen.
so
Oh
okay,
my.
so okay, so let's just lay the foundation here. So he was trying to get in med school, so he stayed in Fayetteville and he helped run this bar with his buddies. And so he was the manager and he was like just, stacking away cash while he was trying to get in med school, trying to, live his dream of whatever we're doing these days.
Being a surgeon,
And-
which he is now.
Whatever.
Right.
So he I worked for Dillard's and so I was in Little Rock. So I lived with my mom and I was like paying off debt. We were not engaged. He hasn't gone to med school yet. So I'm traveling to see him on my weekends. I'm off. And I walked in one day on a Friday after I had worked all day. This is before I became a buyer. So I was still in retail and I was working, 80 hours a week. So I drove from North Little Rock. I headed to Fayetteville. I got in like at 10 o'clock at night. I went straight to On the Rocks to have a drink and to eat when I got there. And when I got there, in true fashion, it was 10 o'clock on a Friday night in a college town, which I had just graduated from. And I wasn't really in the mood. And I walked in and my boyfriend, not fiance, at the time, had a and I needed, it was like, or it was right here.
A ponytail?
Right.
A ponytail.
No, my friend, it was a man bun. He
Oh,
bunned it. He
oh,
put it in a bun. This was in 2004, if anyone was wondering.
he was a trendsetter at that point. He was
Actually,
an
it may have been
influencer.
2003. It may have been 2003.
I've got to find these pictures. These have got
Oh,
to
but
be
there's no
found.
picture. There is no picture of him.
Oh,
there is.
apparently it's on YouTube.
Well, I don't know if that was. I can't remember if that was the time. That was the same year as she was up there, but I can't remember if he had a man bun in. I don't know if he had a man. Anyways, it doesn't matter. Long story short, that was a moment that immediately about 11 o'clock when I was the single one, having just finished my grilled chicken salad at the bar and
The
my
Simple Life.
cranberry vodka, I went
That's what it was
straight
called.
back to the rent house with our dog and I was like, I'm out of here. This is horrible. He is not going to be a doctor. He has got a man bun behind a bar and waiting on Paris Hilton.
That is funny. Speaking of
Oh,
dogs,
Nicole Richie was there. JJ,
Yes.
he wants me to make sure that I make sure everyone knows that Nicole Richie was also there too.
okay.
He is a celebrity. You just didn't know it.
Alligator Rays was put on the national map when the television show The Simple Life starring Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton stopped to eat at the Altus location during the
No.
filming of the episode.
Not Alligator Rays. He was in he was on the Rocks Bar and Grill in Fayetteville, Arkansas.
Okay.
You're looking for it right now while we're on. That's
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Are you kidding me?
Holly's like, bring this video next time we are filming.
Yeah. Should we rate this?
Oh, right. Wine. I'm sorry. I'm totally
I
going.
thought y'all knew about the man bun. I'm sorry that
No.
I've kept that from you for so long.
No.
And I
Yeah.
don't really know. So when did he propose? When did you guys get engaged?
December 2000, and he went to med school in April of 2005. No, four. So this is actually fall of 2003. He went to med school in April 2004, and he proposed in December of 2005. So we dated a year and a half. No, 2004, because we got married in 2006. He proposed in 2004 of December.
Did you go with him to the islands?
That's a great question, Jess.
Okay, we'll talk about that later off camera.
I was going to quit my job, and I got promoted while he was home one time for his 10-day stay. And I was going to go and live on the Caribbean and just, wait tables, which I'd never done before, but I figured I could totally do it.
Yeah. And you got a better gig. Yeah.
I remember that story.
Okay. It happens.
What do you give it, Holly? You go first this time.
I mean, I'm not crazy about it. I mean, it's okay. I mean, I'd say like a 3.2.
All right. So you'd buy a bottle.
Yeah.
I'd buy a bottle. I'd say 3.2. I kind of like it. It's a little sweet, but it has a little grapefruity, like gooseberry at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Never had a gooseberry, but I'm
We need to
feeling the
find some
gooseberries.
gooseberries. We need to find some gooseberries.
I know. That's what I was thinking. Where do you even get them?
I should find it. It's a little grapefruity for me, but not like I do appreciate that it's not pure Sauvignon Blanc. I can tell like some of the other grapes kind of change it up a little bit. So I'm sort of waffling in between 2.9 and 3. I'm on the fence whether I'd buy a bottle, but I'd give it the benefit of the doubt. So I'll go 3.
You would not buy a bottle of this. You wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I was going to give it the benefit of the doubt. So
I think
it's
Holly
just
and I
under
both know you and the wine buying, and you would not buy this bottle.
Probably
You would
not.
not buy this bottle.
2.9 then, just under. So
Yeah.
I don't hate it, but it's not going to make my list ever.
Oh my gosh. Sansa is losing her. Like, she is staring at me
What's wrong?
hardcore and pawing at me. She's ready to go to bed.
Come on, let's go.
She can go get in her bed.
I know. It's so funny. She doesn't usually do this. She usually just goes whenever she wants. And she is like, it is time. Why are you still talking?
Well, at least this year, all of our videos have been taped before the 10 p.m. hour. Every single one of them. That is very unique for us.
That is
It
good.
is.
Just go on the record.
And it's probably good because we've all been tired a lot.
We're tired mommies. Tired mommies. All right.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, Semillon and Sauvignon Blanc and Muscadet, similar to a rocket.
Yes.
Not so bad for
The girl grape.
grape. So we did okay.
Okay.
All right. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Mine's all gone.
Mine too. That happens.